Sid!
Staying long this time?
As hither yon dance autumn winds atop the autumn pier.
Have we any more knuckle pies?
Clive, you're back. You didn't happen to run out of potions while you're away, did you? We've a fine selection of tonics and tinctures. Perhaps you'd be interested in some new accoutrement. Gear.
Does that one have blood on it?
Is it business or pleasure? I remember it like it was yesterday. You're our leader now. Well, you won't hear me complain. The only drawback... Still... Coin purse weighing you down? It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. Finished, are you?
What do you need? Because I haven't. Still. Thinks you ain't too bad. Nah. No scratches, all right? And?
Have you been to the toll?
Oh, no. I still don't.
All operations are suspended until further notice.
Yes, Captain. I'll let the others know.
Word of your adventure.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch. No one seems keen to join. Any news while we...
None worth mentioning. Gavs should be back any day now.
Understood.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gut.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be, and I'm sure she has her reasons. I'd trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think you're...
One might say the same of you.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on... So, to what could it be that you've come for one of... Very well then. To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself, well, mostly armies. But the real question is... Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason, she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the Crystalline Dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dhalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was, adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
And how may I assist you today? I do wish our lawsman would...
I am a tinker by trade, but I've always been fascinated with the art of healing. If only there were a salve to mend a broken engine.
Lawsman Harpock.
Now that is a name I have. Welcome home, Clive.
I believe this belongs to you.
Already? Our resident would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer... That said, I have continued, but without access to the great library.
Please, don't apologize.
I fear it is not more books. Mayhap we look in the wrong...
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not...
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for whip.
Hush now. We all know...
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh. The loss of their parents weighs. Titan took much from us that night, and the wounds that remain.
Which is why we must give them all the...
That we must. Just as...
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Not back a blink and you're already off salt. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. What it was like... to be my...
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget.
Not a Stolas. All right.
And then you get some rest.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the Tavern Crown for me.
Earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk. What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Cid.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well. What would make Martha leave the rest?
If something has happened to Martha, we need to speak to her.
Clive, is everything all right?
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in blood was spilled. Bones up, but somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished.
You think this was...
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, they've strung up everyone who's ever... But now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearer. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing.
And now she's fallen into the hands of the...
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way. They should speed up the search. But if this is a...
Don't worry, Otto.
Aban, when it comes to the old fisticuffs.
Of course.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
I'm sorry, Cid. We were too late. The Imperials have already left.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to physical.
Cid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need... And it appears he was...
They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but...
Any idea what...
Judging by their tracks, they headed...
To the Abbey
A bust. Jill and I will go after them.
We will. But, before... One of the locals heard something. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound...
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up. Look. Up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then... they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make...
I think so.
Black Shields? Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
This one! Go, Tor! Wake!
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
And for their crimes, shall they be punished? to dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and well...
How dare you speak those words?
Clive.
This won't take.
All yours, Torvald! Over here! Torvald, kill!
Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had.
Clive.
We're friends of Martha. They are.
The Black Rosarium. Tell Martha.
In here!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers...
No, they didn't. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their...
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperial...
I've gathered the bearer's remains.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting.
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to...
spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball. You didn't see that coming. That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so.
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Thank you, Founder. Thank you, Phoenix.
glad Martha's safe. Both for her sake and the town's. This place wouldn't be the same without her. So's our country.
What are you after? That all, is it?
We'll return to the hideaway as soon as we've finished our ministrations.
No one survived.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't mean I won't. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse-breakers. Those poor souls died to give me a chance to save others.
If you don't mind, Cid, I'd like to stay here with Martha. Just until...
Martha's a stout soul, all right. Anyone else will be out cold after what she's been through.
Try not to move.
Oi! You there! Don't... You handy with the... Of course you are. Now, question is, are you willing to use it?
Chocobos.
You heard me right. And not just any. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest...
Chocobos.
It's true. Why, they saved me. Well, go on, then. There's a good...
Where can I find...
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? And don't worry.
I'm sure I...
And good luck to you.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of... Speaking of brave... Looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight. They're in trouble.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the... You've been bad for business.
Not around here, they weren't.
Oh.
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her.
It's
All right, then. But,
Over here!
You're safe now. White Heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it all... I thought I'd come and see how you would get... Oh, are you... And the whole flock...
Thankfully, they did.
Well, I'll be. No, I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or... Bird like her would have cost a princely sum.
Well...
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master. Told you. And it's...
Is that it?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming... Oh! Stay... Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. Proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have...
Getting to me, silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you. Straight home now. Where's Gav?
Gav should be back by now.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sanbreque. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
You think it's all right to touch him?
I don't know. You go first.
I hear there's trouble.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Cid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same? Tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber. This one! Get him! Go to him! Sick him! Get him! Go to him!
mockery of justice is one.
Quiet, you!
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village?
Then they must be here for some...
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
Excuse me.
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire want?
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. At least I think there was the Black Shields.
Was this the first time they visited?
What do you think? Amber's the arse ending it. If only we were.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend.
I know that.
We couldn't help noticing those...
Don't you go telling these straight... I speak for the people of this village. You are to leave Amber.
May I at least ask?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will. This village will not.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, we still don't know who the Black Shields...
Well, whoever they are, but other than Martha, who else in... A new ally would certainly be welcome. Perhaps the next village will yield...
Perhaps.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the apothecary, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waiting them? The Mother Crystal's collapse?
Idea. Don't like it.
From Over here!
This one.
My mother's bed.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would why then? We owe you our thanks. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and...
Say that again. I'll show you a true
tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, your friends have been They await you in...
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Find something, boy. Death.
Oh, found her.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our home.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. This one.
Get him! Over here!
This one. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Have mercy.
Oisrin's dogs, they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Oh, good enough,
Fuck off!
Hang it, chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your
I'll cut you down where you stand!
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought... Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into...
If you're sure. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is a...
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for. This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned, then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out. Or not. Farewell.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. and we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves Shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Tell us then, Sir Wade.
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill, sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements. This will allow us to wage battle. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight.
How small exactly?
Small enough. Now that I have you to the...
And so we...
We'll keep them from the bridge.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Sideways.
along now.
The bastards are lucky.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
What is it now?
We bear a message for the Vicereine.
Ha! That a pair of filthy could guard aught against the might. Die along... For us out!
For us area!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.